this video, we will cover how to create a pickup or delivery order within the pickup and delivery module. To start, make sure you're in the ground transportation module, pickup and delivery. And within the workflow process steps, go ahead and select the link that says orders entry. Anytime you click on an entry link from the main menu, the system will take you to the list screen of the entry you selected. So here you will see all of the previously created pickup and delivery orders. The current status they're in is the icon that you will see at the beginning of the screen. And if there's any attachments made, you'll see a paperclip there before the order number. On these list screens, you'll always be able to make searches, export the list to Excel, and also copy a particular transaction. So if you have a repeat customer or a repeat order, you can go ahead and find the last one, right click and select the copy feature. The system will go ahead and prompt you a new record with all of the details transferred over except for any unique shipment references such as carrier tracking numbers. To create a new record, go ahead and click on the new icon in the top left corner of the list screen. This is going to go ahead and prompt you your new record tab. At any point in time, you can go back to the list screen, open multiple records at the same time, make searches, and pop right back to your new record. The first thing you'd like to do on a pickup and delivery order is select the type of order you're creating. So whether it's a pickup, delivery, exchange, etc. I'm going to go ahead and choose pickup. Depending on what you select here is what the document will say at the top, whether it's a pickup or delivery order, which you'll see later throughout the video. Okay, as far as main fields here, you're going to have in dates and times. You can schedule the order ahead of time, so let's say we'll schedule it for next Friday. And then you can run reports based on what you have scheduled for tomorrow or the next week. Any other dates are here. In the shipment tab, you can link a shipping instruction. If you want to pull a quote from the sales management module onto the order to populate some details, here in quote number, it'll pull from the trucking quotes or the pickup and delivery quotes. If you want to pull an ocean quote, go ahead and select mode ocean, and then whether that's going to be from import or export ocean, and then that will allow you to pull from the quotes over in ocean export. Okay, third party is going to be your main customer, so I'll go ahead and just enter in a sample customer there. Then you have shipper and consignee. Okay, you can either begin typing and hit tab once the system finds a match, or you can click on the magnifying glass and browse through the list of customers. Now, if your shipper and consignee addresses do not coincide with the physical pickup or delivery locations, you have a pickup and delivery tab to go ahead and declare the physical locations. Now, these fields pull from a customer table. If you'd like to go ahead and change that to a carrier, terminal, or vendor table in case you have to pick up at a supplier or at the port, you can go ahead and change which table it pulls from and then accordingly populate the fields. Third, in this section, you have a pickup or delivery carrier instructions, where you can go ahead and type up any particular instructions related to either the pickup or the delivery in case they have to call someone 30 minutes before arriving, or if there's a gate code, things of that nature. To the right of the screen, we have a section for additional information, which you have marks. It's an open text field. Then the freight and COD information, so the freight amount and terms, and also the COD terms and amount and payment type as well. You have space to declare PO numbers, trailer, irregularities, and sales order details as well. Just under that, we have carrier, so who's going to make the move for you if you're going to be outsourcing. Just type in anyone here at random. Okay, if you have your own drivers, you can also assign this order to a driver in particular. Once you pick the driver, let's say, and you've completed the order, you can click up here on task and send that order either to a scanner if you're using a handheld device, or if you're using our new mobile app, you can send the driver the order right to their cell phone or tablet out on the street. They'll be able to receive it and complete that task, and also capture POD out on the road. Okay, you can declare things such as a full equipment type, if this order is going to be to pick up a container, route, zone, tracking number. We also integrate with central dispatch, so again, you fill out your order here and task send to central dispatch. If there are multiple stops on the order, you can go ahead and declare what stops in between the pickup and final delivery location. And of course, you have a POD section here for once it's delivered to its final destination. We've also got a couple more tabs here to play around with and enter some additional information. As we scroll down, you have a general reference field, service, which is either going to be a door-to-door, door-to-port. If you're creating this truck order based on an ocean or an air bill of lading or airway bill, this information could have already been transferred from that order and populated here for you, such as origin and destination of the entire shipment that you're providing to your customer. Instructions. These are just general instructions on the order itself, where you can manually type them up, but if you click here on instructions, that will take you to a table of notes where you can enter predefined or predetermined comments, and then just go ahead and pick whichever one is applicable to the shipment you're working on. Now we're getting to the cargo details section. So if you're picking up cargo, this is the place. If it's a container, you can right click to add and enter the container details. This does allow you to enter them in list form in case you have multiple containers. You can send one order to the carrier or one per container, depending on how you prefer your company forms set up. Today we'll stick with just cargo detail. You can right click and select add, or click on the green plus sign. Either way will take you to the new cargo details window where you'll go ahead and fill out the information of what it is you're shipping. I'm going to change this over to inches. Put in some dimensions there, total weight. Okay, if you have any material description, you can enter that here. And then you've got some more tabs for additional information regarding this cargo that you're going to be moving. Once you hit save, the window stays open for you, so you can keep adding line items. Let's say you have a box. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. You can come here and duplicate a particular line item. If they're identical, you can edit, delete, and continue adding, of course, if you need to. Lastly, on the order, you have charges and then just general comments. In the charges detail section, you will again right-click to add, or click on the green plus sign to go ahead and add your delivery fees, documentation, whatever it may be. Once you enter in your billing code or click on the magnifying glass and search for it, you'll be able to select whether that's going to be a prepaid or collect, who the bill party is going to be. It will recognize whom you've entered above on the order. If you're going to bill anyone other than who's been mentioned, go ahead and select other to populate that tab for you so that you can go ahead and declare a particular customer. In the billing tab, we'll go ahead and enter in here our bill amount. If you have any costs, let's say you're using a carrier, you can go ahead and enter in your cost here as well, and then whom you're going to have to pay that cost out to. Okay, just pick anyone there at random and click OK. You can continue adding more charges in that way. Now that we've filled out the order and gone through some of the main details, I'm going to go ahead and save my transaction. Now that I have charges and saved, I have a profit analysis to the left. At this point, I can come up top and print labels if I need to for my cargo details. When I click on the label icon, this is basically the information that's going to appear on my label. How many pieces, I can select which label format I want to preview. And there you have it. You've got one for each item with the information we've entered. Now we'll go ahead and click on the print icon to look at the documentation that's available for us to print. So in the pickup and delivery section, Laser is our standard format. We also have things like broker contract, carrier rate confirmation, and several straight bill of lading formats. So let's take a look at the standard for now. You also have things such as a load plan, and in other documents you have your proof of delivery and vendor bill as well. Once we click on preview, the system will launch us our pickup order. Notice that I did select pickup, so it says pickup here. If you change it to delivery, this gets updated as well. You'll see your company logo. And let's zoom in. Here you have some shipment details, the people that are involved with this order. Any reference numbers will appear over here to the right, instructions, and then your cargo detail line items with their DIMs and the grand totals at the bottom. Now that you're in the print preview screen, you have all these options available to you at the top. You can export the document. Paint feature is going to allow you to draw markup on the document. You can email it right out of the system or attach it to the transaction to give your customer visibility on the web tracking site should you choose to. Print and close out, of course. A couple more documents you can look at. So try the broker contract, for example. Different document, a little bit more geared towards vendor, maybe not so much to your customer. And then of course you can generate an invoice from here. If you're manually typing up your cargo, just as you saw a minute ago, if you're pulling out of your warehouse inventory, go ahead and click Pick Cargo. You won't have to manually enter the details there. You can search for a warehouse receipt by warehouse number, by customer, destination, any one of those filters. You can also scan the boxes or warehouse receipt right in if you have a barcode reader and the documents in front of you. Once you've found your warehouse receipt, go ahead and select it and then just click Link Warehouses. The system will bring those details over. It'll ask you how you want to bring them over. I'm going to select to bring them as they were entered. If you want to bring over shipper and consignee or any unbilled charges, you can do so here. Now that we've scrolled down, I did enter a box and a pallet manually, but here are the 3 line items that came over from my warehouse receipt. We'll save those changes. Now vice versa, I just picked out of warehouse. If I was picking up and bringing into my facility and I want to then receive the cargo I picked up in my inventory, I'll just click on Create Warehouse, and the details from this truck order will transfer onto a warehouse receipt so I can review, add more information, or save and close out. I did go through the tasks already. Lastly would be to post to accounting. Once you're done, you'll do that from the list screen. We also offer consolidation of PD orders. So just how you saw me link cargo, you can link other truck orders onto a master truck order to take them from point A to point B. Once you've completed, save and close. The system will ask you if you want to notify your customer. You can always say yes or no. And you're back on your list screen. Our transaction that we just created is highlighted at the bottom. If we click on tasks, we can update the tracking status to in transit. If it's going through customs, you can select that as well. This will update your web tracking site. Once it's delivered, if you'd like to update POD information, you can do so from here or from within the record, filling out the POD tab. Once you've completed your shipment, go ahead and select accounting, post to transfer those invoices and billing information over to the bridge to continue your accounting process.